Okay, guys, one more time, welcome. I'm really glad to see you all here. I can see that we still have people who join in the room. In the meanwhile, can you please put pluses if you can hear me and if you can see me properly? Hey, Andrew, Sharon, Maddie, June, Jan. Thank you. Perfect. All good. All right, and also, can you see now my screen as well? Okay. Can you see screen? Yes, you can. Okay, very good. Sorry, I changed some settings. Now it seems like I cannot see my screen and at the same time to see what's going on in chat. Interesting. Okay, okay, let's work on this mode for today. I'll just make this bigger. Hope it's okay with you. Otherwise, I would not be able to see your messages. And I need to communicate with you guys today a lot because we have a special webinar. And that's why I inputted this as a very important one, because it is really very important. And I'm glad that you managed to react very fast. So we have now more than 30 people here. So I really appreciate for your time. And it's really grateful to see leaders here because from one hand, information I will share today very important for leaders to share with their teams, but also if we have new people or new partners, this information also for you guys. So I want to make sure that everyone after today's webinars will be fully aware about some next strategic steps, and as well as if you would have any questions, and I'm sure you do because I receive lots of questions on almost on a daily basis from from so many people. So let's just discuss the most common questions or concerns or whatever you have in your mind and you need to clarity. Please let's use this session in order to answer all the questions. If I cannot answer, then I will provide you some details after. But let's make sure that with this session we cover all concerns because it's very important. Can you, if you have here new people or people who are not yet maybe learn a lot about the company background, can you please put plus in chat if you are a new person? Like if maybe you're in a business just very recently, so you're not yet quite sure who we are, what we do, can you just split and please put plus? Okay, so majority of the people, you've been here in the company for a while. Okay, it's only a few. Okay, perfect. Yeah, then let's start. So one more time, especially for new people who don't know who we are and what we do. I think it's been mentioned, so many times, but let's just recap one more time. Who we are, Skyway Invest Group, the educational investment portal, trademark of the Rail Skyway system. And our mission is to educate people about the importance of financial investment education. And here I add very important note, which I want you to write it down. Because if someone will ask you, what we do, Skyway Invest Group, your answer should be, we provide an access to the database where the people can purchase EIPs, which is educational investment programs, and receive Skyway pipes, pre-IPO equity shares. So that's what we do. That's what we sell. So one more time, we provide people with an access to the information or access to the database where people can purchase EIPs and receive Skyway pipes. This will be a very correct legal term how you need to describe what you do, right? So hope you managed to write this down because it's very important that we are all on the same page, right? Exactly. we do not sell shares. Thank you, Annette. And that's, I hope it's really crystal clear. And if you are leader and you have people in your structure, then please make sure that you do the print screen of this specific slide, and you do let them know who we are, what is the nature of our business, what is our mission, and also what do we sell exactly. So people then very clear on what to do next. Okay, so next slide is very crucial. What you can do. So basically, what I'm trying to establish here is, let me just give you a bit of pre-story. For the past week, there are lots of things you've seen on internet. You've seen lots of information, lots of rumors, lots of misleading information. And I don't want to go to the detail, and I don't want to pinpoint on specific people who, spread in this information because they wanted to either to give the potential client urgency, so they faster join the business and they faster invest, and they, as a return of that, receive the faster commissions, or they just have no idea what we do at all. So there are lots of rumors on internet, lots of misleading statements, and I can see that even some of you here in this room been sharing some news which are completely not true. And if you are sharing something from someone and it appears on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your, I don't know, any other accounts, so you also, and hope you understand that, you also reliable for this information, right? So therefore, with this sort of not a training, with this webinar today, I want to establish that there are certain things which you as the partner can do, and there are certain things which you cannot do at all. So let's have a look first, what can you do? First of all, you can promote all the company activities, which is the conferences, webinars, events. It could be your local events, it could be regional events, it could be any events pretty much happening in Skyway Invest Group, whatever the company activities. You can also have a look at the RSW, which is our main company, where Unitsky go maybe some certain meetings which he published. This also you can, you can promote these activities just to show what company doing and what are the plans. Specifically, if it comes to the conference, the webinars, all information you have beforehand, so you can post and promote the company's activities very easily. Excuse me. Second one, what you can do is to use existing landing pages to promote your own page or referral link. As you know, in our back office, today we have 7 landing pages. So these are pages there for a reason. So you can use the information provided, and you can input each. It's like sort of the micro website. So each page has a unique referral link, and this unique referral link linked with your personal account. So if you post this micro website on any channels, then people, when they click register, they would be able to join your team. So please do use these tools. They're there for you to use, and you can like put them anywhere, in a social media or whatever the place you think they will be okay fit. Then you can use existing landing pages. You also can repost, share, add news, which are promoted directly from the company. You probably noticed that on a daily basis, Annette, she usually sent something between, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 posts a day, where she provide information on what happened in a company. And she took this. She usually, she taken this information from original sources. So it is not something she typed during the night and then post on LinkedIn or post on a Facebook. This is the legal, and this is the right, and this is direct information which come from the main company. And therefore, if you look at our Facebook page, if you look at our official Facebook page, you would be able to see that on a daily basis we have some news. So that's what you need to share. You need to share and post only news which are coming directly from the company, right? If you have any personal opinion on whatever the post you see on internet or whatever you want to make the comments, then you should clearly state on your post or when you share, when you comment, that it is your personal opinion. And if it's your personal opinion, so the company is not taking any responsibility for your personal comments. Because if something comes from me, then I should have, stated that I think, or in my opinion, blah, 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 blah. So it needs to be clearly written in your post or in your comment that it is coming from you, not from anyone else, not from the Skyway leaders or not from, any other groups. If you want to have your personal input on any information, then please make sure that you clearly stated that whatever the comment you made, it is your personal opinion. Okay? So this is very important. Do you have any comments or any questions you have on this? What you can do? Let's have a look at this session first. What is the explanation of the pipes? Is pre-IPO equity shares. Yes, I have recorded this session as well. Of course, yeah, this will be, Annette, your comment will be what not to do. So let's first talk what we can do, and then the second part will be what we're not allowed to do. So do you have any questions on this part, what you can do as the partner of Skyway Invest Group? If you don't have, can you please, if you understood, can you please put pluses so we can carry on with the what you cannot do? Can you write down pipes in language all understand? Well, pipes again is pre-IPO equity shares. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so this is understandable, very easy, and I think that's actually the easiest part. What you can do. So these are activities which you're more than welcome to do. Now let's have a look at more serious matter, what you cannot do. First of all, you can't sell shares. If we still have in this room, or if we still have partners who don't understand what we do, then please have a look at the slide number 1. I hope you all took the print screen, the screenshot, and if it's still not clear, then you need to go back to your the people who introduced you to the business, to your invitee or to your sponsor, whatever you call it, and have a one-on-one chat for you to understand that we are not selling shares. Honestly, guys, please, I don't want to see it anywhere else that we sell shares, because first of all, it's illegally. You put yourself into the danger, and you put the company reputation to the danger, and it's very important if you understand what is the nature of our business. We are not brokers, we are not hedge fund, we don't have a license to sell shares. Hopefully it's nice and clear. We do not sell shares, and you as a partner, you cannot sell shares as well, okay, because it's illegal. Number 2, you cannot publish misleading information. Whatever the pinch you want to add to the post, whatever the personal input you want to add to the post, but if information coming from the main company, you cannot mislead you cannot change the message, and you cannot purposely and even unpurposely to publish misleading information. This will be not allowed. You cannot publish not official news and spread rumor. And again, this something been happening for the past week like crazy. The amount of posts I receive where people talk about the 10 billion business in India, where the people talk about all these rumors without even the information which is not even been confirmed, it's enormous. I feel like for the past 2 days, instead of doing my job, I was, doing the policeman job when I was looking for people who post some, random posts and ask them to close their post downs. And this is not my job, guys. You should take responsibility for whatever you do. So you cannot, and you're not allowed to publish non-official news and spread rumor. You can put in your personal page whatever you think is your personal business, like whatever you want to add the pictures with the cats and dogs. But as soon as you use Skyway or Skyway Invest Group, as soon as you use any post related to Skyway business, then you're not allowed to publish or share or spread non-official news. Only news which come from the company directly, or only news which you can see from the website or official news, only those news can be shared, and only these news are, news which you should, post. We have enough information on a daily basis where people invest and they see the value to be part of the product. We don't need to create any, fairy tales or any, extraordinary stories to make the product even more interested. The product is already quite interested. We have already lots of people who, happy to invest with information they have at the moment. We don't need to, we don't need to come up with all these excuses and saying from stage number 10 we're gonna go to stage number 15. Like, who told you that it is official information? If, again, there is no need to create this, extra urgency, because we already have, everything. As a company, we have a certain development stages, as you know. And if you hear from someone who said, like, okay, there's a possibility that we can go from the stage number 10 to stage number 15. So this is completely different message from saying, we are going from, end of the July, we're going to stage number 13 or 14 or 15. This is not true. This is misleading information. So if you want to share your opinion, then again, that's something you should state it at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. In my opinion, the company might go to the stage number 15 faster than, in 1 year time, because we have A, B, C, D. So if you don't want to miss the opportunity, please join the company now. That is fine. That is your personal opinion. But you cannot claim that the company, mentioned, or the company officially stated that we are going to stage number 15 in 2 months' time. Where you get this information from? Where you come up with these deadlines? So, this sort of information which you probably heard, but the way how you interpret, it's completely different. So there are some people who, like, they purposely take what is called they take the words out of the content, and they try to mix them in a way that it will make more sense for them, so they can create even more urgency. And we're not allowed to do this. So you cannot just publish not official news and spread rumors. Again, in the 21st century, of course, the information is so hard to control information flow. But if you, as a leader, you know what happened in your network, you know what are other people posting, and you can at least not to control 100% of the information flow, but at least certain things needs to be checked and needs to be controlled. And also amount of time Annetta spent for the past 2 days for looking for all these posts. It's just crazy. Again, we're not there like policemen to see what you guys write. Let's be all responsible for information we provide. And if you see that this information coming not from official sources, then please don't use it. This is something I guess I already mentioned. You're not allowed to alter, add on, misuse, misinterpret company information. So once we have information confirmed, once it is crystal clear what is what, then you can mention in your post, then you can share with other public, but let's not misuse and misinterpret information. This is very important. And I guess the last bit will be that you are responsible and liable for all information in your post and all information which you share in your social media, in your own blog, on your own website. People who will be cut off doing all the above will be penalized. I want you to take it really serious, because for the past week, it's just been a nightmare. And it's not just nightmare for us, even for our main company. They tired to receive all this, messages that, someone misusing information, that someone posts some, nonsense information about the contract, someone posts the nonsense information about some agreements. And of course, they also, main company, they're not happy with it. So if you wanted to continue to be in a business where we are at the moment, we need to comply with their regulations as well. And we need to make sure that we're there to support them. we're not doing this business. I hope you guys not doing this business just for your own sake. I'm sure that all people who hear in this room and people who will hear this webinar, you have, higher goals and missions. You want to be the part of the product because you see what value this product can bring to the people lives. So we're not here as the company who will be there in the market for the next few months, take the money from people and disappeared. We will be here for so many years, and it's very important to have a right company image. And the company being already involved in a few cases where a few publications appear saying that oh, what they do is scam, what they do is not right. And guess why this all happening? Again, because of the social media, because of the information posted by the partners, by the clients, whatever you call people who are involved on this business, is wrong in the first place. So then we create this extra attention from people and from newspapers, which we should not even been doing in the first place. Imagine if someone will see that the post, even the recent news from India, like 10 billion contract been signed. Where you took the information, guys, from? What 10 billion you're talking about? Like, how can you share something which you don't even know if it's true? So what are you sharing this for? Well, for your own sake, so people can reply and say, please, let me know a bit more details, I want to invest in this company. Like, seriously, there is so many good and positive things which you can promote. You can promote the recent news on the certification. You can promote the recent news that cargo been tested on the different lines. So why don't you promote the official company news? Why you promote something which you're not even sure of? Like, it honestly, it doesn't make sense. So really, please, I hope this all makes sense. Please take the print screen of this slide, because it is very important that people from now on, you understand how serious this matter is. And please make sure that you share this with other people in your network. And if you ever seen any comments which you're not sure of, please take the print screen, or the shot of this comment, and send it to me, and we will do the investigation on that person where from he or she took this information. So let's make it more serious, and let's be responsible for the messages we send across. That will be all pretty much on this part. Do you have any questions on this, guys? Or any concerns, anything you wanted to share? Leaders need to monitor their people. Harish, your question is how can we say we don't offer shares? We don't offer shares. We don't sell shares. Like, I don't know how else I can explain, guys. Please help me. Maybe someone can explain better than I do. But I don't know how else I can explain like what we do. Have a look on the slide number 1. Please copy this information. That's what we do, and use this. Do not use we sell shares. Do not use anything else. What's written on the slide, that's what we do. Learn it by heart, remember by heart, and use only this slide. Okay. Okay, I'm happy for this clear line, so I didn't make any faults. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, Harish, please, if you want to send something to myself and Armand, please do so. Leaders need to give correct information. Offering AIPs. Thank you, Jen. We do not say correct. BCL AIPs, that's correct. We receive bonus pre-IPO equity shares as part of our EIPs. Yeah, thank you very much, Sharon. Very well said. We receive bonus, which is pre-IPO equity shares as a part of our EIPs. If they tell the story how we started this crowdfunding, the investors will be in. The investor will understand. What will be the best say sent to people when they express worries about the company and whatever it is legit? Good question. So let me just read one more time out loud. What will be the best to say or send to people when they express their worries about the company and whatever it is legit? Um, I guess at the moment we have lots of facts and figures, which are much more like better explanatory than you would come up with, different stories. So if people they're not sure of the company legit, the first of all we need to show them is the videos from Ecotechnopark. So you need to show them that we already reached the stage where we have a feasible technology. So technology now already in the process of certification. You need to tell them that company already have MOU signed with various countries. And again, do not use contracts, because contracts is slightly different, like different meaning. Use MOUs, memorandum of understanding, or we have lots of letters of intent from different countries that they looking to implement this technology. And this is very true. So we're not misuse information. We do have lots of MOUs signed, and we do have letters of intent from different countries who wanted to build the technology. So then you explain what has the latest development been done in a company. Again, only use facts and figures. You can mention that we have a business development plan. We have 15 stages. We are now today in stage number 9, and you can have a look how much money we already raised and how this money been spent. Next stage is stage number 10. We're going to do A, B, C, D on the stage number 10, and etc. So I would recommend you just use the facts, because they will be much more stronger rather than just providing some information which you're not sure of. And usually when you show people that we have a real product, that the park is fully operated, is not fully completed yet, but there are some lines who are fully operated at the moment. When you show the people that we have all this sort of interest from different countries. Even the piece of land in Belarus was given by the country president. So clearly, when we reach presidential level, we would not we cannot be like dodgy company or scam, because then none of the scam companies would ever went to the presidents and ask them to give them support. So scams company, they will usually take their money from the people and disappear. So we already past this the stages where people could have think that they're just collecting money. No, we're not just collecting money. We have a product which it's available today in Ecotechnopark, so you can clearly see where your money goes to. So it's not about the matter of collecting money, it's how companies spend this money. And you can have a look at the business development plan, which is 15 stages plan, where you can see what exactly been done for the money our investors invest today. So use this information, and also probably you can use some letters from the company like our Recon. They are very well known engineering company, not just in Australia but globally. And in this letter, they sign managing director and other parties. They sign that they see this technology as very feasible and they want to build it in Australia. So these are more third party endorsement. So you're not just saying the company is good because you represent the company, but you're providing other facts and figures which come from the third party. And this is very powerful because then you just, again, you're working with the facts and figures, not with your personal opinion. And facts and figures, they always will be stronger. And we have enough proofs today, including with the letter from the Minister of Transport of Russia, when you remember it was last year, I believe, maybe a year and a half now, when lots of people traveled from Russian ministry, and they confirmed that this technology is innovation, and they're looking forward for the project development, and etc. So use all these documents. They will definitely add value to your presentation. It will make your presentation more stronger, because then people, after they heard all this, they will never question if the company is legit or not. Mm-hmm. Can we have Spanish choice of web page? We actually in the process of translated everything in Spanish. We have our partner Galina. She is the one who does all the translations and everything. I'm not sure at what stage the website is yet, but I'm sure that it's almost ready. So I don't know, Galina, if you wanted to comment on the Spanish web page, please do so, because it seems like we have some people who are interested specifically in Spanish language. We even to become co-owner, shareholder Skyway. So how we not often? Okay, Harish, I guess John already answered this question. So let's just have a. If you still not yet, if you not understand yet why we're not sell shares, let's just have a probably separate conversation because I don't know how else to explain apart from what I already have explained. So if it's still not clear, then we need to come up with some, I don't know, some plan how we can explain in a way that it will make sense for you. Okay. Can you please share? Can you please share with me where we can get a timeline of what's all been done in various stages and therefore what they could be expecting to be involved with. Sally, we have a business development plan, which I would be able to post after this webinar in our English speaking group. So you can all download and information is all written there. When the stage 10 starts, as everyone seems to promote, that stage 10 will start very soon. I agree that we all need to be on the same page, Joseph. On 22nd of July, which is tomorrow, we will have a very big conference at 10 o'clock UK time, which will be done by Andrei Khavratov, where he will officially announce what will be the next steps. And he will also mention, as far as I know, that the dates for the stage number 10. So if you want to know specific dates, then you need to wait till tomorrow, and tomorrow we will have a clarity. I will send it to you business development plan. Mila, we have been permitted by some corporation to advertise it up to 1000% return. Is it now disallowed? What do you mean, Roja? We have been permitted by some corporation to advertise 1000% in return. If you can just expand a little bit, I'm not sure what do you mean. Got it. Only facts. Thank you. There somewhere where we can access all past documents, blogs, news that have been officially shared over the years. I guess the best way would be is go to main company website, rsw system.com. I can again, Annette, if you can you just send the link in our chat where we have this in RSW in the main company website. There is one page like called timeline where you can see what happened and when. So if you can share this link with people as well as the link for official news page, that will be great. So then you can all find all information there, Sally. Our company says we are raising funds through the crowdfunding. That itself means we are offering shares. Harish, like one more time. Let's make it clear like once and forever. So we are the Skyway Invest Group. We are an educational portal. So what we sell is we provide access to database or to information where people can purchase EIPs, which is educational investment programs, and we receive money, and they receive Skyway pre-IPO equity shares. So that's what our website created for, right? If you talk about Skyway technology, if you're talking about Skyway company, you can you usually will do a bit of history, right? When you talk with a perspective. So you would start, the company started in, I don't know, in that year, and there's the Anatoly Dartovchinitsky, he's engineer, and he put, lots of scientists, like his scientists, he put lots of work to create the elevated string technology, which is like blah 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 blah. So how we do this? All these years, instead of they going to banks and ask for loans, so instead of the asking big investors to invest, we decided to do the crowd investment, which means that people can chip in and be part of the technology, so they can become the co-owners of the technology, right? So when you say it this way, you tell what is the company's strategy. And Skyway, they are a main company. They have an intellectual property, and the way they raise the funds is through their multi-level crowd investment, right? So this is the terms which is legit, which is right. but you as the partner in Skyway Invest Group, so you tell your people that they get access to the website, or they get access to the database where they can be part of the project. How? By them purchasing EIPs, and as a part of the package, they will receive Skyway pre-IPO equity shares. So you see, I'm not saying not to use multi-level crowd investment. I'm just saying when you promote people to log into your back office, you're not telling them that you sell shares. You're telling them that we have EIPs, and if people ask you what is EIP stands from, then you need to explain that EIP is Education Investment Program, and that is all written in the back office. So when people click and when they issue invoice, it didn't say you buy shares. On invoice, it stated that you purchase educational investment package. So how come you can tell person that he sells shares if then he look or she look at the invoice, it will say educational investment packages? It doesn't make sense. So there is a difference between, the technology company, how they raise the money, and what we do in terms of the Skyway Invest Group, how we direct people so they can do the investment. And this is the difference. Make sense? If it's not, yeah, exactly, Andrew. If it's still not clear, maybe partners need to, take the step back until it's all clear, and then, continue once everything is, nice and clear. No shares before IPO, correct. Yeah, well, Harish, I don't know. It seems like other 30 people in the room, they all put plus so that it makes sense for them, and I don't know why it doesn't make sense. Again, I already explained in a few variations. If it's still not clear, then let's have a separate chat, because I don't want to waste this time just going on and on and on and on about the same thing. I think it's already everything been explained, and it look like people all put pluses, so they it makes sense for them. So I guess we just need to find some individual approach how we can explain this to you as well. Okay, so what else we have? The timeline. Yeah, yes, Annette. You can send either Unitsky like website, but it's better if you use RSW website as well, because that is where all the, like, if you have any official news in your company, then the first place where people can access information will be from RSW website as well. So they can have a look at the news, a news tab, and all latest information will be there, as well as in the Skyway Invest Group. If you see any new videos on a YouTube channel, or if you see any news on a Skyway Invest Group news page, that means that this information again confirmed this is the right information to share. So what I'm asking you is, do not just share random people posts, because you don't know where the people get information from. And if you don't know the source of the information, then even for you it is danger to spread this information, because you don't know if it is true or this is rumors. So you're not just sharing someone else's post, but you're also taking responsibility for you to spread an information which someone posted. And specifically, if you don't even know the partners, or if they're like the random people, just please do not share their posts, because you don't know if this is true or not. So it's better double check. If you want to post something and then you're not sure, and you really wanted to, I don't know, to post it on your wall or share, then it's better at least like write a note and say, guys, have you seen this? Is this correct? And then we can reply whatever it is, that yes, it is correct information, or no, please don't share it because I have no idea where this information come from. So we can use this way as well. I sent Annette to check if it's okay to advertise Skyway at stating up to 1000% return on the ad. The response was, okay, just check in again, please, or it's best not to. Okay, I understand, Rocha, what do you mean? I guess from now on, what we need to do, if you guys wanted to use any of these terms, like up to percent return or something, what we will do from now on is whatever your messages or whatever the messages you want to use, send it to me or Annette. We will send to our lawyer, and he will confirm wherever this information is correct. Because again, it is not just about saying what I think or what my opinion is. It's more about what main company would be okay if we post this message that way. So therefore, to make it all precise and make sure that it's not just me who take also responsibility for saying okay to your post, because then I'm not lawyer myself, and it's better to check officially with the lawyer, and if he believes that if this information is okay, then we will reply to you, okay, go ahead and post. If you think that this information could be damaging or this information is misleading, then it's better not to use such words. Okay, so if you want, what we can do, we can have maybe like a Google document and a Google Drive where you can ask all these questions, like for example, can I use this and this, or I'm allowed to use this and this, and then I can give the link to our lawyer directly, and he'll have a look at this maybe folder once, I don't know, in a week or once in 2-3 days, and he will put some comments, yes, it's okay, no, it's not okay. But please, let's make sure that we don't create extra workload for him. Let these documents be accessible only for leaders who are consultants and higher. And if you have your people in your network who wanted to like advertise this opportunity on their own way, and you're not sure, then you will get access to this folder where you can type the specific question, or if you want to type the specific sentence they want to use before they actually using it, let's just double check with our lawyers if it's okay for us to use it. I think that will be good suggestion. But let's make sure that only leaders can have access to this. I don't want a new people to start, typing some, questions which we already know the answer. Let's make sure that we use this folder for specific purposes to create the right flow of the information. Okay. Okay. What else we have? Education information products. I believe this is correct. It is illegal to purchase education. It is legal to purchase education products. We provide an educational information and receive bonus pre-IPO equity shares. Correct. It is correct. Yeah, it is correct, Sharon. I can see other people questions. I'm not sure if I will see links that Annie will post. Links will be posted in our Skype group, which is business development plan. I will share with you one more time investment memorandum. Please make sure you read it fully, because investment memorandum again explains, about the Skyway, like about the main technology, the shares allocations, and everything is explains there. So make sure that you again use the official sources. So or I will create the Google document folder where you just put the business development plan, brochure, the latest information. I will add investment memorandum and the company business plan as well. So you would be able to access this all information in one go. Just don't cut it from the folder. Make sure that you download it and you save it on your desktop. So then when new people come into your team, you also share this entire folder with them. Because this is the right, like I will provide you with correct information which you need to read and learn and understand, and then you can pass it to other members. Okay. And we also have a new marketing plan, which I also will add on with some illustrations. It's already been done, and you will see in back office very soon illustrated plan as well. So what Sharon is saying, RSW website leads prospects away from you as there are referral links there. I mean, you can use. I'm not I'm not asking you to. The reason why, again, we have this conversation with you guys. A majority of you, like 75% of this room, even more, are already people who are in the business for some time. So you are all have your own networks. So for your own purpose, I'm sharing you this information that you can go to RSW website and access the timeline and access the news page, which is official news page. So you can use this information. You don't need to send RSW website to new people, because as correctly Sharon expressed her, fears that people might decide, okay, then why would I need to go and join, Skyway Invest Group when I can just use the referral links from the like company website, right? So to avoid this to happen, just share with them whatever the news the company posts. You can have a look that, okay, the post is there, it is confirmed, it is real, it is legit. So I can share this news on my Facebook page, on my Facebook group, and etc. So this is just a tool for you to monitor what are the latest news happening in the company. But at the same time, we have Aneta, and every single day she posting and she reposting the news from official company to all our channels. So you don't even need to tell people that they need to go and to RSW website. You can either monitor yourself, or you can just follow Annette, because again, she sends it every single day, lots of news on Facebook, on our groups, on LinkedIn, on Messenger, whatever the mean you prefer. You can follow her, because from her side, you know that information is always will be legitimate. She only posts the posts which are being approved by main company. You will never see the post like some random contract sign, some random information. We only share information which is 100% correct. So you will never see on my page any misleading information, on her page any misleading information, because again, we only work with information which is proven, and this is very important. Point that people registered point that people is registered in Skyway Invest Group before you send them to RSW, of course. And guys, again, let's just make it it's a very, very good point, and I'm glad that you actually asked. So what is the difference between people when they registered an RSW and when people registered Skyway Invest Group? As you know, Andrei Havratov, which is a Skyway Invest Group, and Unitsky, Dr. Unitsky, which is RSW, they have a partnership agreement for the next 20 years, where we as the partners are able to use a Unitsky product, which is today Skyway, and we can provide the people with access to our platform, which is Skyway Invest Group, where they can get education and blah, 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 blah. So when people joined Skyway Invest Group, they're not just receiving, certificates, but there are other, added value services which they receive as the part of our group. For example, marketing plan. In our marketing plan, it is, unlimited levels. We have all this, added value percentages and everything, which in the main company you would not able to find it. In our company, in Skyway Invest Group, we emphasize a lot on education. We use, Academy of Private Investor, which is Havratov business, personal business, where he teach people how to be educated on the investment topic, on the business topics, and etc. So we use Havratov intellectual property in Skyway Invest Group, as well as Unitsky intellectual property, with add-on of unlimited marketing plan, with add-on on a different bonuses, with add-on an opportunity to become a representative, with add-on to opportunity to do the project development, and etc, etc, etc. So this is something which only Skyway Invest Group can provide, because we have this, add-ons. In the main company, if you invest, you can just go there on the website and purchase the certificate. And I don't know what is the process from their side, what they do with this partner. Are they teach them, or they take them to the next levels? Are they making them representative? I don't know, right? So these are the people who just wanted to invest in a company, then they go directly to there, they invest, and they receive same certificate as you have in our company. But then in our company, we have another part of the business, which is Havratov part of the business, which makes Skyway Invest Group very unique and which makes us more attractive because we have a certain marketing plan, which in other company they don't have and don't follow. So all this, add on make the difference. So if the people there for business, if they wanted to use the new marketing plan, if they wanted to be part of the business, then of course we in Skyway Invest Group today we can provide them with more training, more knowledge, more information about business side. And this is why, like, usually when we talk to the people, and if someone will ask, okay, what is different by investing on this and this and this company, I would usually explain them what we do compared to what Unitsky does. And this is all crystal clear for the people. So therefore, if you use all this, the differences, then it will make sense who people want to join. And I guess you also, when you do the presentation, you usually, I hope you don't provide them with, three websites and say, okay, so who you want to join. You are, as the Skyway Invest Group leader, you promote with your link. So it's obviously that people will register under you. They're not going to go to any other random website seeking for random link because you're the one who provided them information in the first place, right? So therefore, people, like from my practice, people would not move to another company because once I work with them, and there is never was a question that, oh, I'm not happy with the way in Skyway Invest Group, I'm gonna go to another company. Like, if you're there just for Skyway certificates, then it's identical everywhere. If you're here for something more, then we have different advantages. And that's how, I don't know, this is the simple how we can, explain the differences. Hope it makes sense. The real problem for those who never done investment, they find this difficult to understand, but you explain very clearly. However, the presentation speaker should make it more clear at the presentation. Yes, agree with you, Joseph, and this is something we will also take very serious. And for speakers, we want to make sure that it also explains very clearly. It also, depends. Like we have different steps, like different sort of, if you're a new person to the business, and if I'll tell you everything in one go, trust me, it wouldn't be too much for you to take. Simply just too much, because we have lots of information to give. And the mistake number one when people do is they try to give everything in one go, and then person is overwhelmed and it's just too much information to receive and understand. So therefore, usually you need to do, step by step. So step number one, which is the usual presentation we do in office on Tuesdays, and I believe webinars every Monday, where it just, generic information, where we talk about the technology, we talk about Unitsky, and we talk about, what is there for you. So we don't go much detail explaining, what is the split between the, I don't know, percentages, what are the split between pre-IPO equity shares, pre-IPO, after IPO, Eurasian Rail Holding, 1, 2, 3, like too much, right? Too much. So in the first introductory meeting, we just give introductory information. Once the person is once the person is taken through the process, the next step will be, okay, what is the next information I need to learn? And slowly, the person will be fully integrated in our business, and he will understand everything at the beginning to the end. And that is the right process. Not to give everything in one go, because this will be too much. And our webinars will be, instead of the webinar for 1 hour, it will be 3-hour webinars when we answer in all the questions to really to the point where we discuss the Eurasian Rail Holdings, what's different between Eurasian Rail Holdings 1 and 2. Like, this is something sort of internal information, and it's good if you know that. But for you as the newcomer, you don't need to know this information in the first place because it is not important at that stage yet. So therefore, let's give people information proportionally. And once the person once the person is registered, then we provide them with the next piece of information. Then once the person decided to do the business, we provide them with the next piece of information. Then it will be much more smoother integration rather than just to give everything in one go. Mm-hmm. I think people mean to buy IPO around 1 cent, go into public from dollar. Again, this is now a business development plan. It says when we go to the IPO and there's someone in incorporation company incorporation certificate that the shares are valued $1. So this is again official information because this is mentioned on official sources and certificates, and this is something you can use. That's the price when the company goes to IPO, the nominated price per share is actually $1. I have an engineer who loves the technology and sees how incredible it is, but struggling with the word business plan. I'll explain better multi-level marketing type business for crowdfunding, but I think he wants more around the company strategy and business plan. Will the business plan help me? Is there other way I can explain or other info I can send them, please? I guess business development plan, it's quite straightforward. It's kind of, it just sets, it's outlined whatever the company goals are and what stage, what is the minimum discount, what is the maximum discount, and what are the work needs to be undertaken in each stage, and how much money we need to raise. So I think it's it's very straightforward, and definitely I use the business development plan when I talk to people, especially when it comes to big investors. Then definitely the business plan will help. Where the lawyer based in Russia. Okay. Check. Please check, this is the link I use most to promote. Okay, Harish, I will check this link and we'll get back to you. We cannot assume that everyone understands about investment. We need to interact more with prospective partners and confirm it all clear. The contact legally should make this clear when partners join the business. Exactly, Joseph, a very good point. So your homework number one is go back to your back office and have a look what contracts you signed, because everything is stated there. And this should be also when you especially when it comes to the partners who want to do the business, make sure that they read the agreements before they sign. So make them, or you can print them, agreement, let them read first, and then once they read it through, you can say, okay, now if you click agree, that means that you're taking responsibility for whatever the information you distribute, and it's also coming from your side. So the company is not responsible for any misleading information you provide someone else with. So make sure that you treat this business as serious, because I know so many people, the reason why they change the word, so the reason why they do all this posts, because a very simple purpose, they want to get as many people involved in the network. So they will specifically and purposely misuse words, so it will create the extra urgency so the people can join their businesses faster. But again, there is no need for that, because we have enough information to give in the first place without misleading people. So therefore, when you have new people join the business, as a part of the receiving referral links, they should sign cooperation agreement. And if you now go back to your back office and read cooperation agreement, you will see that actually everything what I said in terms of the business we are in, it will be also written there. So please take some time and look at the back office, because I'm sure that not all of you are even read what you have signed. Okay. Yes, Harish, we will check all referral links. I'm not sure, Aroha, I'm not sure about using the word investment at all. We can double check this with Maxim, but I guess with our lawyer. But I guess the point was, again, investment. What is investment? You can invest your time, let's invest our time and clean the flat. Like, again, investment, it doesn't mean word investment by itself. It depends what you using it with will create a certain content, like contents, right? If I said again, let's invest our time and have a look what happened in this business, then I'm not saying investment from kind of investing the money. I'm saying let's invest our time and have a look at ABCD. So investment itself, like, is very broad term, and it's not even about just using the specific words. The most importantly is the content of the phrase. Like, the most importantly is not share or not put the likes and spread the post where the people said we have signed 10 billion contract in India. Like, this is like, what is this all about? So this is more like very important, not to share with something you're not sure of, and especially if information sounds just too good to be true. Or how can someone just post this information without first the company confirmed that they managed to reach like a certain agreements? So who's this guy who posted this information? Is he the one who been in delegation with India? Or like, we need to check the source and information. Specific words, they not so important, but important what is the contents of the phrase. Like, therefore, when you specifically when you share the post with random people, please make sure that you check before you share it. If you're not sure, please don't share it at all. So investment word, back to your question. I don't see, like, personally, I don't see why we should stop using this word. It depends on what context you put this word into, right? I hope it makes sense. Exactly. We must be accredited by financial advisors to offer investment advice. So therefore, we're not offering investment advice in the first place. Yeah, tomorrow conference by Andrei will be in Russian, but I will translate him at the same time in English. So you guys will receive all the information the same time as people from Russia in Russian-speaking countries. No, Ake, that's not what I'm saying. What do you need to do? The question Ake mentioned is, are you telling me that I don't own shares in Skyway? No, you own pre-IPO equity shares in Skyway. And if you need further explanation, please go back to the person who introduced you to the business, because I'm sure leaders will be able to explain you this question. Would be great to have a slide to document the list of the great benefits you just shared. Yeah, Sharon, thank you. I agree with you. If you want to help me on this, that will be great. Okay. Can you say what you said about once IPO is over again? You need to remind me, because I said lots of things, Andrew. What exactly I said about IPO? When it's over, what do you mean? We get the information tomorrow when we go to the next stage, and also if monthly packages goes away. Yeah, Jens, hopefully we will hear that tomorrow. I cannot guarantee, because I have no idea what information Andrei is preparing. But he mentioned a few times that he will mention about the going to the next stage tomorrow. So let's see. We will only see tomorrow about this. I check will be updated referring. Yeah, thank you, Annette. Yeah, if you can liaise with our IT people just to change the words in referral links, that will be great. Very important, the people to look education portal in the back office. Yeah, and all files are actually available there. So if you log in online to Skyway Invest Group, you will have a tab which called education. So you can click there and you can read some information about the educational packages and what information is inside of it. And also back office will be slightly changed from now on. They'll do this in a few steps. So probably you already realized that there are some, packages looks different. But as I mentioned earlier in our chat, please stay with us for today, and hopefully it will be fixed very soon. We invest in learning. Yeah, very good, John. Thank you. It is illegal to willingly mislead or entice people to buy. Exactly, Sharon. Thank you very much. Usually in Australia, a 10-day cooling period off applies for consumer protection. Civic doesn't have a return policy, and the page is not found on the site. Can this matter be addressed and clarified in the back office, please? You're talking about you have like refund policy on the site. We don't offer any refund policy at all, because again, when people are like when people are buying EIP, so when people are becoming the part of our group, there is no kind of, we cannot give them like 10 days cooling period, or there is no refund policy. It's all they, because the reasons why, look at this way: whatever the money we raise at the company goes directly to Unitsky, so he can purchase material, he can purchase steel, and he can pay people salary. So we cannot just take the money from investor, put the money, work for the company, and then all of a sudden investor say, okay, now I change my mind, I want my money back. So we don't have this, reverse system. And also, as you know, once you purchase in the EIP, and once you receive your certificate, it's going to be certain shares allocation. So let's say you are owning from like share number 1 to share number 101. So this is the share allocation given per person. So once we complete, what is called, in back office, you see this the line once they convert it. So there is, you cannot reverse it back, because once it's converted, that means that your name will be in register. And once your name is in the register, which means that you officially received the certificate with a certain amount of pre-IPO shares being allocated to you. So you cannot reverse this back. It's impossible to do, because there is no mechanism on doing this. Investment is the expectations of a return. When we say invest and take money, it means invest in the money. When invest and take money means invest in money. Not quite sure. What do you mean? Not time? I guess the purpose of the investment examples was just to tell you that it depends what word you use investment with. Invest in education, as John said, or invest in learning. It's completely different meaning, right? So it's very, like, you need to look at what the context of the message you want to say, not just judge by one word. Trust me, I'm posting all these hard questions to ensure we don't face any issues. So I appreciate that, and that's why we all here. We can sell education. Can you mention the post IPO price, please? Okay, so in our company, we have a business development plan where it says what is on each stage there is certain allocated price per share, or price per equity per share. Does make sense. So on each stage, the price is different. So the closer we are to the IPO, then the price would increase. So once the company hit the final stage, which is stage number 15, then the company plans to go to IPO. And it's written that it will be 1-for-1. So for each dollar person invest, you will receive only 1 share. And that will be after IPO. So after IPO, we can use term shares. So after IPO, it will be shares, because then this will be published on the stock exchange, and then we will have brokers who will sell Skyway shares in that time. And also the company acts certificate, GTI, which is Global Transport Investment. This is our company which holds intellectual property rights for technology. And if you look at their certificate, it will say that company is allocated for 400 billion something million shares, which are equal of 400 billion something million dollars. So it's 1-for-1. And therefore, when company goes to IPO, the price will be, minimum price will be 1-for-1 as well. And that's how you can explain about $1 per share, which will be an exit strategy for shareholders, because once we go to IPO, once we go to public, that is where the people can, sell whatever the portfolio they have. Another very important thing, which is again lots of rumors I can see online, even from the webinars, not just our webinars, but there are lots of other people who do the webinars, and they also provided, unfortunately, not with correct information. So what we discussed in Minsk, for those people who were not there, is that the Skyway company is looking to create internal market. So internal market will be there where people can sell and buy the like portfolios. Let's say in your portfolio you have 1 million pre-IPO equity shares, and you decided to sell 20% of your portfolio. So it will be some sort of the platform where people can decide how much they want to sell for and put this price on the back office. And if you have any buyers who wanted to purchase for that price, then the sellers can sell and buyers can buy. Then the deal will happen between these two people, right? So this is something company plan to do more likely from the next year onwards, when main technology will be completely funded. So once we raise all the money for the main technology, which is 150 million to go. So once we sell, or once we raise, let's use correct term, once we raise all this money, and the shares, the pre-IPO shares will be allocated to all the shareholders, that from next year onwards, when this instrument will be created, then people would be able to sell their portfolios internally, even without them waiting for company go to IPO. It's called internal market. And this something was announced at the Minsk conference. So more information will be officially provided by company. And when this will happen, then you will have direct understanding what will be the process behind it. Okay? Mm-hmm. Manjula asking, in UK we have a cooling period of 14 days when personal education, which is connected to investment. Any plans for this to put into the place? Well, we can discuss this. I can put this in front of our lawyers to see what the comment they will make. As far as I know, at the moment, we don't have any return policy. But again, if let's create this file where you can input these questions, and let's get directly involvement from our law department, and they can have a look and answer to you and to all of us on these very important questions. Mm-hmm. The complexity education is investment in oneself. Mm-hmm. Now post appear mention something. Mm-hmm. That's it. You cannot avoid saying shares. Harish, again, when I explain something, right, I explain you for you to understand, right? So when I'm saying the price per share will be $1, so when it will be $1, you will call them shares, right? So when you do the presentation, it is not about you to kind of completely hide the fact that people receive the certificate, which it will state its shares. On certificate, it states its shares, guys. So I'm not just asking you to forget about this word and never use it again. Because if you look at what we actually sell and what people get in return, apart from the educational packages, they receive the certificate from Unitsky, and it says that they own shares. But what I'm asking you to do not advertise it as you selling shares. Do you see the difference? So people, they receive the certificate where it will state its shares, but this certificate issued by Unitsky, so it is his responsibility, because GTI Holding, that is his company. So he provided you the piece of his own company. But we are the people who promoting his company. We cannot sell shares because we're not Unitsky and we're not owners of intellectual property. So therefore, again, you in some cases you cannot not to use shares when you especially explain in the questions and try to provide answers. But what I'm telling you, when you promote the company online, when you promote the company in front of the public, we are not selling shares because we are not brokers. It is illegal for us to openly say that we sell shares. Okay? Good. Everything is published in terms of the latest news in company back office. Correct? Yes. Huge difference. Absolutely. Okay, Harish. So we are not selling 400 billion shares. You know what? Let's have this like one-on-one, Harish, because like honestly, you ask the same question again and again and again. And I don't know how, like, I don't know how to explain in different way, you know. hmm Huge difference. Okay. Where are we planning to create transfer of share from one account to another account? I don't know. Um, Sharik asked, "Are we planning to create transfer of share from one account to another one?" I'm not sure how would. I'm not sure what the answer, to be honest. What I heard is that this internal markets will be created. As far as I know, it will be from next year onwards. But again, if you wanted to use this information to publish on Facebook, then it's better to wait for the confirmation. And again, guys, there is some, like, let's establish something else here. There's a big difference when I'm, for example, telling something to my friends on, one on one, and when I post this in front of everyone on Facebook, right? So information which I provide you, even this, internal, about the internal market, because main company, they mention about this. They mentioned that they are looking forward to create an instrument where people can sell their portfolios before going to IPO, right? So this is the correct term for you to use when you type on your Facebook page, companies looking forward how to create blah 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 blah. If you're talking to someone, to your friend, you can, like, there is no harm but you, like, expand, and you can say, well, I heard the company, they're looking to create the instruments which will be able there for you to sell your portfolio, and which means like blah 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 blah. So you can add your own comments, because it's just one on one. No one can tell you that don't use it or don't post this way, because it's just conversation. Like, we're not here to control your conversation with the people, it's impossible to do. But we're here to control the information flow you publish, because once it's published, there are hundreds of people who can read your one post, and they will have 100 opinions on what you actually mean by your post. It's same like, glass half empty, half full. So you put one picture and people can interpret this in a different way, and you can put some sentences which can be interpreted in a different way. And even information which I provide you now with internal market, you could have just said the way I mentioned, or you can have just posted saying, okay, there's going to be internal shares sell from next year, and this is will be not true, because that's not what I told you. But again, there is some words which have been taken from the contents. So what I'm asking you to do is to be careful with how you promote the company on the social media, because social media is something which can be easily tracked, and we can easily find who does what. And this is where the main company, they now look at all these posts, because what we realize that there is certain group of people who majority 80% of the posts will come from them, and other people, they just share that, so we need to find out why they post the misleading information. And I want to protect you guys as well, and that's why we have this webinar. So I want to warn you that make sure you not spread rumors, and make sure that you use the correct terms when you put this on a public. Whatever you do in with your circle of your friends and your, privately, like, it's your business. I'm not there to even look at this. I'm here just to make sure that if information goes to public, information goes to the channels like a Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, so it's correct information, because the main company, they look now for every single post, and if something goes wrong, they go back to us and say, guys, what's going on, why are you people posting this nonsense? And that is the only reason why I wanted to have this you know poll this morning, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, Harish, when do you think we can start internal trading, buying and selling of shares among existing investors? um, well, what was announced means that main company is looking to provide this tool from next year onwards. When, how, I don't know. hmm Okay, thank you, Joseph. Here, when you said that each pre-IPO equity share will be $1, is that the price per share or per dollar? For example, if invest 5,000 and receive 700,000 pre-IPO equity shares, which will be worth 5,000 or 700,000. So very, very good question. So today you invest 5,000, the example you just outlined, and you receive 700,000 pre-IPO equity shares. So when the company will go to IPO, it will be 1-for-1 price per share. So you will have a portfolio which will worth of $700,000 minimum. Yeah. So it is not 1-for-1. It's not like you invest 5 and then you risk 5,000. Then when company goes to IPO, it's still going to be 5,000. This will be price per share, because when it goes to IPO, then it will call shares, So 700,000 shares will be minimum worth of $700,000 once company goes to public. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Manch. What is penalty of willingly posting misleading information? Well, I guess it all depends on also what Unitsky would want to do with this person posts. I guess we have a few proposals which we can take the actions as the Skyway Invest Group, because we should be responsible for our people. But the fact that Unitsky team now is involved, it's also quite serious matter. So I don't want to kind of now say out loud what will be the penalties, but let's just keep it positive. Let's just make sure that people are fully understand that they're responsible for information they post, and if it's going to be any misleading information on public, then these people will be penalized. Yeah, penalized. So let's just concentrate on this, and how and who and when to be confirmed. Hopefully we will never reach the place where we actually need to penalize people, because I think this will be really childish to do, like from someone who now aware about all the situation, aware how serious it is. And if someone will still continue doing this, then the people they should definitely be out of the business. That is really my opinion. The general we met in Minsk, a bit scary. yeah. He it was a guy. He's responsible for a project development, and he's like very strict, and he talk a lot about the discipline, and also just for you generic information, as we all hear anyway today. So I want to share with you one more important thing, which I discussed, I believe, with Zeni and few other people in Madi in UK. So it's very important for all of you guys to understand. So what is the priority for our business today? You need to all understand that unless the company technology is certified, unless we complete Ecotechnopark, we cannot build any projects. There is not a single country in the world who would be on this stage agreed to build a project without company have certification first. So when you have a people in your teams very excited about the project development because they want to build the Skyway everywhere in the world, you need to just to stop them and explain them in very simple terms that today, for priority for the company, it is not creating more projects. Because first of all, if you look at the Unitsky point of view, at the moment we have lots of projects everywhere in the world. We have lots of MOU signed, lots of things all over the place, and it's good things because we all are shareholders as well. So we want to make sure that the company succeed. But what happened is, let's say Unitsky have 3 projects, right? Project number A, let's say in India, with certain kilometers and certain payback period. Another project is in Czech Republic, which is only like 1 kilometer in certain payback period. And third project is somewhere in, I don't know, America, with certain like period of time and certain return on the investment. So unfortunately, Unitsky cannot start doing all projects at the same time, and this will be a silly thing to do. So he, as the company, as the main engineer, as the a person who will deal with the project development, he will look at all the projects and say, okay, this is priority number 1, this project priority number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, priority 100. And we will work, like they will work as the company engineers on only those projects who are priorities. And the way how company can calculate if the project is priority, to see that this project needs to be at the greater distance and the biggest return on the quickest terms. So the faster we can get return on the investment for the project, then faster we can pay the people dividends, then faster we can move on with other projects. So from another hand, we have a people who, running around and proposing different projects. Some of them, they not even make sense. Some of them just, 1 kilometer project, and this person wants to do like multiple presentation in front of the Ministry of Transport while the transport is not yet even certified. And when the Ministry of Transport asking the question where this been built, we look at him saying we only have a construction site in Minsk, and this transport is not yet certified. And then more likely you will hear something which I heard many, many times, saying that, well, when transport is certified, please come back to us and we can continue this conversation. So as the result of these activities, what happened is, first of all, people focus has switched. Instead of the concentrating on now we need to get money because technology needs to be finished, people running around and do the presentation with random people who are from ministers and etc. without even product being ready. And second of all, to do presentation today in front of Minister of Transport, it's not a big deal. Everyone loves technology. Everyone will say, very good idea, we're looking forward, we want to implement this technology. But the key question is when. And when you start explaining in detail that technology is not yet even certified, so we have as if we have half of the product ready, maybe not even half, and we already tried to sell it to someone else. So when you reach to the point of the presentation, when you tell people that the transport is not yet certified, that is where conversation will be postponed till the transport is certified. So instead of the working with the projects, development now and wasting your time and wasting the company time, because more likely the people on like 95% of the time, they would need someone else from the companies come with them and explain the projects. So instead of the wasting, each other time, let's concentrate on the network. Because network today is the tool where you can help the company to raise the funds faster. As a result of this, technology will be certified faster. And as a result of this, projects will be taken from next year onwards much more faster. And what was announced during the conference in Minsk, that in each office we have is going to be 2 teams. Team number 1 responsible for network for crowdfunding, the way we do at the moment, and team number 2 will be people who are responsible for project development. And these people would be a separate team, because when you deal with the project development, it is a very complex process. You need to do the multiple presentation, you need to sign the multiple papers, you need to spend enormous time even before you receive any commissions. Because once you do the projects, let's say you done the presentation, you have agreement, you have signed MOU with the Unitsky, the MOU with the governors, you find the strategy how to fund the project, then only you send them, or your investors send the money to Unitsky to do the pre-project work. If Unitsky see that this is the priority for him and he want to do this project, and most importantly have a people who can work on this project, then he will give a green light. After he give a green light, it's another from 6 to 18 months, which is 1.5 years to complete pre-project work documentation. So are you ready now to spend all your time and effort to talk about the project development when you know that something there for you will be only in 1.5 years? Or you prefer to work today with a network where you know exactly what you do, how you do, what is the return for your time, and why you're doing this for? I really hope it makes sense, because lots of people, they don't understand this. They jump on something which never has been done before, and they try to make all this random connections, but then it's all stuck because technology is not yet certified. So what you can do, if you're really willing to build some projects, you can slowly establish the connections. You can give them updates about technology, you can provide all information, but you will not start any projects in this company unless we receive the green light from Unitsky personally that he wanted to undertake this project on board. And this is very important, because if you put yourself in front of the people, in front of the government of your own city or of your own country, and then you make them so excited about the projects, and then you said, oh sorry, our CEO decided this is not a priority, who do you think they will be more disappointed with Yunitsky, who's prioritizing other projects because he, as the biggest shareholder, he wants to get the fastest return, or with you, with the person who brought something in front of the minister without even checking first if this project will be priority for the company? For me, answer is quite obvious. So I hope it all makes sense. We covered today a lot. I hope after this webinar you have a bit more clarification, and let's maybe do some sort of the Q&As webinars once in 2 weeks, where if you have any other questions or concerns like this, then we can go in much detail. And if you have anything to share, then let's use this sort of webinars when we can share the ideas, because I think we reach quite lots of the outcomes on this specific webinar, and lots of job now to do. And I hope it's always clear for you guys. So thank you so much. Let me see if you have any other questions. Okay, well, thank you very much, John. Appreciate. Andrew, can you let us know what happens at the evaluation when packages go away? What do we do as promotion company then? Okay, so what will happen next? I hope I understood your question right. If the answer I will provide will not satisfy you, then write again, and I will try to rephrase. So, so what Andrew is saying is, so after we finish with the main technology, after we fund Ecotechnopark, then what will be then? What will be the next when everything's finished? So the first of all, from more likely the Ecotechnopark, as it planned to be finished, the funding for Ecotechnopark will be finished this year. By business development plan, Ecotechnopark building construction, include the full certification, will be done only next year. So which means that according to the plan, the city certification should be done by the end of the summer. Which means that if you're going to have any projects specifically for city, then we can start implementing these projects from September onwards, because the city transport will be fully certified, which means that all the tests been done, the health and safety been checked, we can carry people, happy days. So then it will automatically triggers all the agreements company has in relationship to the city transport. Next year, we can probably will be able to open up different opportunities where people can invest specifically in the project. Because Yunitsky again mentioned on a few of his conferences that he's very keen to continue with the crowdfunding for the project development as well. But we want to give the people opportunity to become the part of the projects as well. Maybe to little extent, maybe like 10% or 20% of the projects, but it's very importantly to provide people opportunity to fund the local projects as well. So once the opportunity of investment in the main company will be gone, then people will be able to invest in certain projects. On the top of that, as a part of the Skyway Invest Group, Andrei, at the moment, he's looking to create different portfolios where people can not just invest in Skyway specifically, but there are going to be there will be in other opportunities from investment point of view where people can invest in other like businesses or in other companies, and etc. etc. So this will be more likely after next year. So the people, the network you create today, it is not there just for short term, because we understand that funding in main technology is limited. Because once we raise, $200 million, that's enough money to complete the park and certify the park. So that will be gone. But then what's going to happen from next year is going to be different projects available for people to be involved. Maybe some certain projects in India, maybe some projects in Europe and other countries. And on top of that is going to be other investment opportunities. Could be related to Skyway, because Yunitsky, he has few other products which he wanted to patent. And he also wanted to do the business related to the agriculture projects. And he mentioned during the exhibition in Minsk that there is another line of the transport, which will be super high speed transport also, which needs to take some time and funds to develop. So it could be a Skyway related projects as well, or could be random projects. But this more clarity will be available from next year onwards, because today we don't want to shift people focus from the Skyway. Priority number one for us to fulfill all our dreams, for us to fulfill, for company to fulfill their obligations, we need to make sure that company is fully certified, everything has been tested, and we have already a commercial product to sell. Once we have this, then we will have a look what are other opportunities will be unfolded. But what I can tell you guys, that the company preparing amazing opportunities. There are so many things which will be related to the Skyway, include some agriculture projects, include the linear city project development. So there are lots of things which will be unfolded from next year onwards. And I believe on the 22nd of July, Andrei, which is tomorrow, Andrei Havratov will also mention what will be their company plans. So it's very important for you to find the time tomorrow to listen to his webinar as well, because he will talk more about what is the future plan. But Andrew, back to your question, there's definitely going to be lots of opportunities. We're here for very, very, very long term. And we want to understand that the people, like they see fully this opportunity as one-off, as truly one-off. And let's establish from now on that we will keep information nice and sharp and clear. We will use the guidance you can see on your screen, what to do and what not to do. And let's help our people to be compliant as well. And then we will be, much more stronger. The information provided will be centralized. And then we will never have an issue with the main company where they can complain that our people are posting nonsense on Facebook. I guess, that will be all from my side. I hope you don't have any other questions. I have seen somewhere that 190 plus countries has shown an interest. If that information is official, can be used. If you see from somewhere, no. If you see from the main website, then yes. Yes, webinar is recorded. So we will be able to promote EIP for a city, so for projects. I don't know if that will be EIPs or something else, because Skyway Invest Group, we also, the company applying for some license. So once we have the project development, it's going to be completely different business, because again, if you look at the project today, we're still a startup, so it's still venture project, which means the risk is still involved, because the technology can work. What if technology will fail? What if the technology will never reach the speed it's claimed to be, and et cetera, et cetera. So at the moment, the company is still in startup phase. It's still venture, risky investment to make. However, when it comes to the project development, it's completely different story, because for project development, we'll have a specific project documentation, the paperwork, the feasibility of the project, sustainability of the projects. Then government will be involved, the investment will be involved, specific terms which will be written, where are the return on the investment. So it's going to be certain legal papers which company would be able to provide at that time. So therefore, I'm not sure if will be any use of using EIPs for the project development. We will see that once we reach the stage where we need to think about it. But at the moment, because there are lots of still, there's lots of gray area which is not yet been done in terms of the certification, in terms of the proof of concept, in terms of the project's feasibility. So therefore, at the moment, we still venture startup. So therefore, we need to look for the ways how we can legally comply with regulations. So we use EIP. But for the project development, it could be different because of all the reasons I mentioned previously. Yeah. Projects equals country. Yeah, it could be like in one country you can have few projects. In certain country, there is at the moment cargo projects, like a pipeline, city projects, high speed. So there are various of different projects now in pipeline. Thank you. Sure, yeah, June, if you want to, if you can come together for this sort of webinars, yeah, I would love to. All right, and the last question from Harish. what is the outcome of your visit to India? Okay, good question. Let me also reply it once, and then we all clear. So, what happened in India? Like a bit of prehistory. Um, Unitsky managed to reach really good agreements with the government to build multiple projects. So they definitely see Skyway as a huge potential because the countries like India, they're struggling with the transport big time. And again, for the project development, India, the country like India or Asia, they will be much more preferably from the country, from the Unitsky perspective, because then they can build the multiple projects much more faster rather than approach each country individually for small project development. So Yunitsky mentioned that Asian region would be for him actually priority for the project development. So what happened in India that a few months ago before the exhibition, as you know, the people were able to join our marketing side of the business. But then Unitsky realized that actually government in India, they are very, very serious about the project development. And there are viewers that the company who they signed trilateral, like three times, like trilateral. Yeah, sorry for my English, guess talking too much. So they signed agreement that they will be able to provide the funds for the project development. Remember, it was a while ago about 922 millions like contract been signed for India for the project development. That's its official news. You can find it in official from official sources. So as soon as this happens, Unitsky realized that, well, India is actually more likely will be the first project, the first country who will do the project development. And he started looking of what going on in India, and he realized during the exhibition that we had some partners who will misuse information about what we sell and how we sell in order for them to grow the network faster in India. So Unitsky see this as the big threat because if you put in scale project development and marketing, then of course the project development always will be priority because we are here to make sure that this technology will be built, and we're here to make sure that Skyway trains are built everywhere in the world. So the aim is to build the Skyway. So therefore, because he feel this threat that the people can threaten the projects because of the incorrect information they use, he decided to put this marketing or business side on hold in India until we find a solution. So for the past few weeks, you probably seen the post, and myself and a few other partners were traveling in India, and we had a few like a round of negotiation with Unitsky and Baburin specifically for Indian region. So what we established is that definitely India is a very important market, and India will be the hub for Asian projects because it's very important location, and the government provide Unitsky with support, and it seems like again there will be the first project will be actually happening in India. So Unitsky sees India as the strategic partner. So therefore, he understands that it's very important to allow local people also be part of the investment scheme we have. And the challenge we face now is to come up with some sort of the regulations or with some sort of the framework where we can monitor and where we can be sure that the people provide with correct information, that the people not running around with their picture of Unitsky and minister and saying, hey, please invest and get 5,000% in return in 2 years. That is damaging information, and that's what Unitsky is afraid of. So therefore we're looking now on the concept how we can change probably the way we do the business to make sure that we can protect Unitsky and the projects from information from partners who misuse the information for their own purposes. So once this established, once we have agreement with Unitsky that he's happy with our plan, then more likely opportunity will be opened for India very soon. But until that happens, it is still too early to give any deadlines or any timeframes because it's his decision at the end of the day. It is his technology and it is his company. So we have to ask his permission before we open any markets at all. So therefore, for India at the moment, what you can confirm officially that we will definitely would definitely look at the India as a very key partner, strategic partner for the project development. We are looking for a framework where we can open up multi-level crowdfunding in India without damaging the company reputation and without putting the projects in jeopardy. And this is something we're looking at the moment. When the company will have a green light from Unitsky, when he will agree with our scheme, which what we provided him with, only then it will be information that Indian market is officially open. And once we have this information, it's going to be certain terms and conditions, probably some changes how we're gonna, spread information, and this something will be unfold for all partners. But at the moment, it is too early, and again, because we're talking about Unitsky product, it is his decision. We can only offer him support. We can offer him the frameworks. We can be there to help him and to support him, but it will be his decision. Yeah. So hopefully, I give you an answer, and that is what regards to the India. Thank you. All right, guys. Let's finish for today. Thanks a lot for your time. I can see that some people already, a bit of tired, and yes, we lost 4 people already. So let's finish the webinar before I'm here, just myself in the room. Thank you very much for all your time. I will keep you updated. And again, so what we establish is what partners can do, what they cannot do. We're going to create the folder with the common questions. If you have anything you want to double check with the lawyers, that will be good. And you can, I will share with you the link for this folder. I will create the folder where you have all information about the company business plan, investment memorandum, and other official documents which you can share with your people. And also, while I'm looking for to see results, and I'm looking forward that you also will take this information further, talk to your people, and let's make a big difference. Let's show them. Let's show not them. Let's show Unitsky that we are responsible people. We know what we do, and we know what business we are in. So thank you very much, guys, for your time. Appreciate. And yeah, one more time, have a good day, and I see you soon. Bye bye now.